Today we are going to learn the first chapter of class 9 and the name of the chapter is number system. So students, can you tell me what do you mean by numbers? Numbers are basically used to count and calculate. So in this chapter we are going to learn different types of numbers and their applications. So first of all, let us learn how many types of numbers are there. As you can see in the slide, this is a broad classification of numbers. So we are going to learn in details about all these types of numbers. Numbers are broadly classified into two main parts, real numbers and imaginary numbers. Real numbers is again divided into two parts, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers is again divided into two main parts, integers and fractions. Integers is again divided into two parts, whole numbers and negative numbers. Fractions is divided into three parts, proper, improper and mixed. Whole numbers has two parts. One is natural numbers and other one is zero. And lastly, natural numbers has again divided into five parts, even, odd numbers, prime numbers, coprime numbers and composite numbers. So here many of the topics we have already learned in the previous classes. So we are going to have a quick revision of the topics which we have already studied in our previous classes, and then we will go to the main part, that is the real numbers. Let us have a quick recap of the topics which we have already studied in our previous class. Natural numbers. Natural numbers can also be said as counting numbers. That means the numbers which are used to count, those numbers are called as natural numbers. So natural numbers include all positive numbers starting from 1. So 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. All these numbers comes under natural numbers. Natural numbers are denoted by n as capital letter N, and it includes all numbers as we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 and dot dot. Dot dot means it will go extend up to infinity. So all these numbers will be comprising in a set which is known as natural numbers and denoted by n. Second one is whole numbers. All non-negative integers means the numbers which are not negative, those all numbers are included in whole numbers, or we can say all the set of numbers starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So all these numbers will be included in the set of whole numbers. One very important thing is that whole numbers has no fractional part. So remember this point. Whole numbers cannot have fractional part or decimal part. So any fractional number or decimal numbers are cannot be included in the set of whole numbers. Third one, even numbers. The numbers which are divisible by 2, or a number which leaves no remainder after division by 2. So the numbers which we can divide by 2 and it will give us no remainder. Say for example 8. If we divide 8 by 2, the remainder is 0 because 2 4 ja 8. So such numbers which on division by 2 gives us no remainder, or we can say remainder as 0, such numbers are called as even numbers. Fourth one, odd numbers. Odd numbers are the converse of even numbers, or we can say the numbers which are not even numbers. Those numbers are called as odd numbers. So, in simple words, we can say numbers which are not divisible by 2. So, the numbers which we cannot divide by 2, or the numbers if on division by 2 will give a certain remainder, those numbers are called as odd numbers. So the numbers which are not divisible by 2, those numbers are called as odd numbers. Some examples are given: 3, 9, etc. So these numbers we cannot divide by 2. Fifth is prime numbers. Prime numbers, the numbers which are divisible by 1 and the same number. In other words, the numbers which we can divide by 1 as well as by the same number. For example, 2. 2 we can divide by 1 also as well as by 2 also. So such numbers are called as prime numbers. One very important point: the smallest prime number is 2. So question comes as fill in the blanks. Which is the smallest prime number? Or dash is the smallest prime number. So we have to write there as 2. We have one more definition of prime numbers. Numbers which has only 2 factors. Those numbers are called as prime numbers. For example, suppose 2. 2 is 2 1 ja 2 as well as 1 2 ja 2. We cannot have some other multiples. So such numbers are called as prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. Now what do you understand by the word co-prime? Co means it is used as a pair. When two numbers are together considered, we call as a co-prime. So co-prime are as pairs of numbers which only one as a common factor. So if we take two numbers which has only one as common, you can see one example: 2, 3. So the factor of 2 is 2 1 ja 2, and the factor of 3 is 3 1 ja 3. So you can see between 2 and 3, what is common? Only 1 is common. So such numbers which has only one as common, such pair of numbers are called as co-prime numbers. One more example you can see: 9, 7. So in 9 and 7, if you factorize, there is only one as common. So in this manner we can have uncountable co-prime numbers. Composite numbers. Composite numbers are the converse of prime numbers. In other words, the numbers which are not prime, those numbers are called as composite numbers. One more definition we can have: the numbers which has more than 2 factors. One small example: 4. 4 is 4 1 ja 4, 1 4 ja 4, and 2 2 ja 4. As we can see, 3 multiples are there. So the numbers which are not prime, or the number which has more than two factors, such numbers are called as composite numbers. And the last one is integers. All positive numbers, all negative numbers, as well as zero. So all these numbers are together called as integers. Integers can be drawn in the form of number line. So you have studied number line in the previous classes in 7 and 8. So number line is a line in which 0 has the central position in the middle. The left hand side of 0 are the negative numbers, and the right hand side of 0 are the positive numbers. So all positive, negative as well as 0 are integers. One very important thing in number line or in the set of integers, we cannot have fractional or decimal numbers. So remember, integers doesn't have fractional as well as decimal numbers. So this point may come as fill in the blanks or true and false. So all of you please memorize it. Now the very important topic which we are going to learn in details in this chapter is rational numbers. So what do you mean by rational numbers? Let us go to the definition. A number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. So any number which we can express or which we can write in the form of P by Q as a fraction, where P is the numerator and Q is the denominator. So such numbers we can call as rational numbers. But there has some conditions. So these conditions we have to learn nicely. Where both P and Q are integers. So remember, both the numerator as well as the denominator should be integers, and Q is not equal to 0, and this denominator, this Q, it cannot have the value 0, as we cannot divide any number by 0. So a number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where both P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Such numbers are called as rational. Secondly, P and Q are co-prime. Apart from that, both these integers P and Q should be co-prime. We have already learned in the previous slide what do you mean by co-prime. So P and Q should have only one as common factor. So such numbers are called as rational numbers. Rational numbers can have equivalent rational numbers. Means we can have many rational numbers which on solving, or we can say which on reducing to lowest form will give us the original rational number. For example, 2 by 3. We can take an example 4 by 6, 6 by 9, etc. So such are called as the equivalent rational numbers. Last point, there are infinite uncountable rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. So between any two rational numbers, we can have uncountable or infinite number of rational numbers. For example, suppose 2 and 3. if the question comes, how many rational numbers are between 2 and 3? So what we have to write? There are uncountable or infinite rational numbers between 2 and 3. Let us try some true and false statements. So in this section, we have to read the whole statement. We have to identify whether the statement is true or false, and we have to give the reasons also. First one, every whole number is a natural number. The answer is false. Why it is false? Every whole number, we know that whole numbers start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is a set comprising of whole numbers. So every whole number is a rational number. Now 0 is a whole number, but it is not included in natural numbers, as because natural numbers always start from 1. So every whole number is not a rational number. Sorry, is not a natural number. Number 2, every integer is a rational number. The answer is true. For example, let us take a integer -2. -2 we can write as -2 by 1, which is a rational number, as we have expressed in the form of p by q. So we can say every integer is a rational number. So the answer is true. Number 3, every rational number is an integer. Answer is false. Why it is false? Let us take 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is a rational number, but it is not an integer, as because we have already learned that any fraction or decimal we cannot plot in the number line. That means we cannot assume or view as a set of integers. So every rational number cannot be an integer. So in the next video, we are going to learn some more types of true and false statements and more topics. Thank you.